Hello, good morning students. How are you? Must be having a great time. Yes, today we will be starting with chapter The Treasure Within of our book It So Happened. Students, in this chapter there is conversation between Miss Bella Raja, who is editor of newsletter named Spurs. She is from the Valley School, Bangalore. She is in conversation with Mr. Hafiz Contractor, who is one of the leading architects of India. First we will discuss the title of the chapter, The Treasure Within. Treasure, we all know, means something which has value, which is very precious. It could be any metal, jewelry, gems, diamond, silver, etc. In this chapter, the writer talks about the treasure within, means each human being, each student carries within himself a talent, a skill, which is unique in itself and different from others. Each child is unique, each child has unique abilities, and each child has unique style of learning things. So we see that Mr. Hafiz Contractor at present is one of the leading architects of India. Who is an architect? Architect is one who designs, who give outline to things. Architects designs houses, famous hotels, even cities are designed, colonies are designed. So he is one of the leading architects of India. Miss Bella Raja is just having lively chat with Mr. Hafiz. She is just asking him about his past, about his school days, what he used to like, what he used to do, what are the things that he did not like, and how ultimately he becomes one of the leading architects of India. So here is just brief summary of part 1. Firstly, he tells about his unhappy school days. So Hafiz Contractor, school days were not so happy, so joyful, mainly because of 2 and 3 reasons. He was not interested in academics. Moreover, he was least interested in the mechanical learning that was taking place in the school. Only the one pattern learning, just cramming or listening to the same things again and again. Then he did not like the subject mathematics. He used to do copying. Next he talks about his childhood jokes and pranks. So he used to be a very naughty boy. He used to play jokes, play with his friends, and sometimes pass comments in a very funny manner. Pranks means one who is very naughty and do things in a very jovial and entertaining manner. Sometimes it may be annoying for others also. Then he talks about his nightmares about mathematics. He tells that just till 4 or 5 years back, he used to have nightmares about mathematics. He tells that during his school days he was a good sportsman, but the name of mathematics just brings shivers in his body. He used to just get frightened by the name mathematics, and that impression was so deep that it continuously haunted him. Haunted means strike his mind again and again. He would even dream about the mathematics paper going on and he does not know anything. He is not able to attempt. Nightmare about mathematics. Then he was interested in games and sports. He represented his school. He was captain of his school cricket team. Then comes the turning point in his life. Up till 10th class, he just played and played. His whole focus was on just games and sports. When he passed his 10th class, one day principal of his school calls him and tells him, "See Hafiz, now you are in class 11th. I have helped you enough till now. But now you have to take your responsibility and you have to start studying." Then he also tells him, "See, your father is no more and it's your mother who is paying your fee after doing lots of hard work." That advice really touched the heart of Mr. Hafiz. And in that year, he just studied and studied. He did not enter ground. He did not go to field to play. Then he talks about what was his achievement. His advice really worked on him. He worked very hard and ultimately he gets 50% marks in class 11th. And principal sir was very happy. He calls him and tells him that, "See, these 50% marks are equivalent to distinction." Distinction means 60%. These marks are your own marks. These marks are marks of your lot of hard work. These marks are having more value even than a distinction. Then his style of learning was very unique. Generally students learn by words. They just learn question answers. They read the chapter. But when he used to study in class, he used to forget very easily. What he used to remember, how he used to learn. His learning style was unique. He tries to remember things in the form of a photograph, in the form of a picture. He would just recollect how the book looks like, how the chapter looks like, what are the pictures in that chapter. He would recollect things in the form of a picture or photograph. Then he tells about more of his mischiefs. He tells that during my school days, we used to be in a gang of 4 to 5 students. We used to fight with others. We used to plan strategies. This is just childhood mischiefs that everyone does in his school days. Then he tells very unique thing that every year as the session comes to an end, the students will be eager to get his books. Why? Because his books used to be brand new. Because it's very rarely that he used to read them or go through them. Now we will discuss some new words used in this chapter. First is nightmare. We already discussed it. Nightmare is associated with his experience of mathematics. How he used to frighten the word mathematics. He did not like mathematics. The word mathematics just bring shivers in his body. He would just get frightened. He would just get shaken from inside. So he used to have nightmares about mathematics. A nightmare means frightening dreams. Dreams that makes us afraid of something. Rise to occasion. So this is when his principal sir advises him that you should rise to occasion. So we can link this phrase to today's atmosphere also. We are facing very critical situation of COVID-19. So we can say in this hour of COVID-19, we should rise to occasion. Rise to occasion means get up and take responsibility or to face the challenge bravely. That is incurred, suffer or experience. So sometimes he used to get punishment from his teachers as he used to play, he used to bunk his class, and he used to get caning, incurred the wrath of his teachers. Sometimes he had to face them. Wrath means anger, distraction to divert attention. Distraction, sometimes he used to distract the attention of the students. There is one incident he tells about that once he engaged all the students in playing Chor Sipahi. Each one was just running here and there, and one was searching the others. Hearts contain up to full satisfaction. So this incident is related when on Saturdays he was in a boarding school, he was in hostel. On Saturday they were used to go and watch movie. He would collect money from his friends to buy ticket. He would go buy ticket, and on his way back he used to eat to his heart's content. Means eating as much as he liked and eating to his full satisfaction. So this is all about your chapter, the treasure within. So what does the message that the writer wants to give through this chapter? He just wants that, see students, each one of you is talented, each one of you is skillful, you are having ample abilities. The only matter is we should recognize that talent, we should recognize that skill, and we should work on that so that we may become a person of our own desire, a person to whom we can give maximum satisfaction. We should not just follow the track as followed by others or as the things are imposed on us. Okay, see you with the part 2 tomorrow. Thank you.